Well, g'day, and very excited to join you for this second in the purchase process series. It's a special feature on negotiation tips. It's something that I'm really proud to help my clients with, and working together with your agent and your solicitor or conveyancer, we hope to get you an amazing outcome to get you to your new home or investment property. I've helped over 1,000 clients and experiences of all types of transactions, and really enjoy helping them get a great outcome. What I've got here is actually an email drafted that I run a session for my clients, and this is a generic version. So if I cut across to that now, I say to them, this is an email that I'm going to send you after our session. It'll be personalised to our discussion. You'll see there's a generic version of the conversation that we had earlier, which is all about the steps in a purchase, which was purchase process 1. So there's a YouTube link to that there, and this session is also on YouTube. In negotiating, I encourage people to think about themselves as a strong commodity. So the first phase is essentially them as a strong buyer, and to present themselves as best they can to give the agent plenty of ammunition to work with to make them an appealing person to sell to. The fact that they have a loan pre-approval is really important, and to let the agent know that, and to communicate with the agent details where it's a strength for you. So is it fully assessed, just pending finding a property? How long it's for? Even if you go as far as confiding in the agent your buy range, there's nothing wrong with that. If you say up to 800, then that means up to 800, and if they show you properties over that, you're not able to participate. But it's personal choice. Some people choose not to communicate a lot with the agent. That's up to them. I'm up for transparency and working together to get a great outcome. Talking to the agent about, hey, I know you get a lot of tire kickers. That's not us. We're genuine buyers. That's all great conversation to show that you're really keen, that you're not wasting anyone's time. The fact that you don't have a linked sale or buy, that's really important and useful information, because if you're a cashed up buyer with a clean purchase, then you don't have a linked sale transaction. Again, really helpful to give the agent information to present you strongly to the vendor. If you have a cash deposit, everyone loves the word cash. It's a beautiful word in our society. 10% cash, even better. I have a cash deposit. It's a really popular, keen thing. Having the other methods, which we talk about in a minute, are equally strong and equal responsibility, but a 10% cash deposit is always welcomed. If you're buying it as a home, that's a real positive. Everyone loves to see their home go to a good story. So if you're going to set up a home, set up a family, it's again, whatever you can convey to work with the agent to show your strength and show you as a great buyer. The next section I kind of call reality check for everyone, for you, for the agent, for what, let's keep it real, let's be grounded. The first one is for yourself, is to know your checklist. So compare it to what suburb. Things like the size of the property. Does it have an ensuite? It's great for a young couple to get a small home with no ensuite, but if they have kids, it does get tougher. Second living spaces, sheds, hobby spaces, garages. What are the things that you need now or can build or grow into in the future? That helps give you a good reality check on what works for you. To be willing to say to the agent what works for you and what doesn't work for you. That gives them ammunition too, to talk to the vendor to say, oh, this kitchen and bathroom need renovating. They're happy to do it, but it has an impact on the value of the property compared to this other place. Knowing yourself, how much renovating would you realistically do? It's got to feel right. Knowing the address of other properties in the same price range and comparing and seeking the agent's counsel on how does this compare? Is this better? Is this worse? Again, working to get a fair outcome and helping you research. And we help our clients with price finder, suburb and property and sales information to give you a list to snoop through to find out, what are things going for, so you're on the right sort of zone of money. Need to get a good deal in terms of the price is important for you and for everyone. I comment on that again down lower. Keen to buy something soon to show the tempo, to show your interest. and that's really helpful. The fact that we can take action fast for the right deal, not every buyer can do that. So if you can do that, that's awesome. This bottom one's a big one. It's okay to comment on the negatives of the property. It's actually really constructive part of the process for you and for the agent to convey to the vendor. Without being mean or rude or unkind or smart alecky, it's actually really constructive to be grounded on what's real. Next section I call clarification is making sure you know what's in the contract and what's included or excluded, and especially any unusual ones like garage shelving or extra nice curtaining or anything that might be seen as something that might be taken. I have had incidents where clients have had items that were there at presentation that weren't there at settlement, and it's messy. I've always personally preferred to put things on contracts. Things like dam pumps, garage shelving, dishwashers are general inclusion, but there might be things that you think are appropriate. When you think you're a realistic chance to buy the property, ask the agent for a copy of the contract. They'll be able to email that to you, and you can give us a copy, and also for your solicitor and conveyancer for them to review to position you to be ready quicker. Don't overdo this, but you might negotiate some items that you'd like to have left at the property. Maybe at the end of negotiations, and don't let it get in the way of the conversation. It's all about the bottom line, the price. Keep it simple. I would always call the agent first to tell them you're going to be sending an offer and to talk the details through with the agent so they understand how you're thinking. Seek their advice. If they say a number that's higher or lower than you're thinking, work with them on that. You don't have to do exactly what they say. You're the one who makes the offer and they convey it and the vendor says yes or no. But if you seek their advice, you may just find you get a better outcome that way. I'll put in here the 10-day cool-off is important. It's really helpful because you can sign faster, you can get certainty, you can put not too much money down. Virtually every exchange for a well-considered buyer we've ever had does progress. Are you in position with the finance? Have you done reasonable initial due diligence? Have you thought it through? If you're well prepared, very few of those fall over, and the agent may well be able to negotiate that call off for you with a 10 days. See how you go. And then when it comes to sending an offer, it should be in writing. And so I have just a standard little one here that just has the details as a little ready reckoner for you. The price, holding deposit, call off, 6-week settlement, how much deposit, and how ready you are. Now, if that offer is accepted, that's great. Commonly there'll be a negotiation and we can talk more about that. I encourage people to start solid, realistic in the price point, have a respectful situation, have a respectful offer, and then work with the agent to get the outcome. Be aware that you've got a few prices. You've got the amazing cartwheel price, you've got your wow, your good price, your bottom line price, and you've got a walkaway price. Just recognise with respect that the vendor has the same situation and you might just not be able to get something together. You have to be realistic about the numbers and what's possible and work with the agent to try and bring those together. I've seen a number of people who for a long time miss out because they're not realistic like that. So to be well researched, to be realistic, you're going to get a much better outcome. To say it's only worth this or I'm only going to pay that, particularly if it's the current market, which is a really strong market and properties are selling fast, it's just not realistic. I wish you well. The theory's easy. Be well researched, consult widely, research widely. I hope that our series and our information does help you, and work with your solicitor or conveyancer. They're the ones that help you with all the legal rights and responsibilities and what things mean, what you sign, terms, conditions, etc. Work with your agent to seek their counsel and advice and get as much information to help you as you can, and we'll be in there as well helping you through that process. Hope that's been helpful. Any questions, call me, and if you're one of my clients, I'll be sending you this email shortly with your own personalised situation. Hope you enjoy the series. We're going to build in this series over the upcoming months. All the best. Thanks very much. And that's also the end of Home Loan Hacks Edition 12, which you can find on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and other places. All the best. Have a great month. Stay safe.